Hello, everyone. I'm David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. Coming up on this show, some schools in Ward 3 receive national recognition, and we tell you how initiatives through our Youth Development and Social Innovation Department are helping to increase the high school graduation rates right here in our community. The councilwoman who represents Ward 3 is Olivia Diaz. She joins me now. Councilwoman, welcome back to the show. You're an old veteran. This is your second Access City Council show. Great to have you back.
Thank you for always being so gracious and having us here. And I can't believe it's been weeks since I was last in the spot, but time is flying.
It does, and that's what every council member says when they come onto this show. It's like 6 weeks goes really fast in between shows.
It does. It does. We're busy at work.
You are. You've really hit the ground running. You've got to be proud. You've done so much in such a short time since being sworn into office. We're going to talk about that. We also have a special guest on the show today that we're going to introduce a little bit later. But for those of you who may not know exactly where Ward 3 is located, we're going to solve the mystery for you. It's basically East Las Vegas. It's the area in blue there with the 3 on it appropriately enough. If you live in that area or work in that area, then you are in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And currently, you are represented by Olivia Diaz, who was sworn in just not even 2 months ago.
A month and a half ago.
Yeah, I know. Hard to believe. You've done so much. It's like you're an old pro at this already.
We have amazing staff here at the city. I can't claim all the glory, but we have phenomenal workers and employees here that do layman's work. So I want to thank them for...
Well, yeah, that's very kind, but you're also a very hard worker. You take voracious notes. You come to every meeting. You are here a lot, morning, noon, night. I see your car here. So a lot of this is because of your hard work. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Education is really key to us here at the City of Las Vegas, isn't it, Councilwoman? And we're not trying to be the school district. We always qualify it by saying we're not trying to do the school district's work, but we're trying to help the school district where we can, before school, after school programs, whatever we can do to help our kids succeed in the classroom, aside from what the school district is doing. So I love this. You tweeted this out. Congratulations on obtaining the nationally certified magnet school designation, Roy Martin and Rancho Rams. You posted that, and I didn't know this until today, but you went to both of those schools, right?
I did go both to Roy Martin and Rancho, and I can't claim they were magnets back then when I went, but I'm super proud because I have seen my siblings, even my own stepkids, go through these institutions. One is currently doing his residence for med school, so he went to Rancho High School's medical magnet program.
Wow,
and
that's terrific.
He was admitted into Harvard, and so I think that it is worth highlighting the amazing work that our teachers and our administrators are doing at both of these institutions. And I know Roy Martin's focus is more of a tech, and later we'll talk about the amazing work that we're trying to get started here in Las Vegas in the technology industry. And I think that having these kinds of programming where our students are exposed from an early age at different career opportunities is so significant and so important.
Absolutely. Councilman, I couldn't agree more. Our magnet school program here in Clark County, the Clark County school system, is phenomenal. And I think what my thought on this, and I'm not an educator like you are, but I think when the kids find something that is of interest to them, they're going to excel because it's something they want to do versus something they have to do. And I think that's a lot of the success of the program. The kids get to do something that they're really interested in.
Exactly. It's no different than being home and being ordered to do chores versus being given choice in what chores we want to do.
Exactly. You know?
The same thing goes with school, and now in a more, I think, open society where we are giving our kids the ability to, choose what they want to watch, what they want to stream. Schools kind of have to operate, I think, in a different way and offer a variety of opportunities for our different learners. We have so many of them.
It's been very successful, obviously, in the school district here. So
we want more magnets.
Yeah, exactly. So congratulations to Roy Martin and to Rancho for being magnet schools. That's great. And then your Bridge School, the Bridge School, Ninth and Bridger, that school, it also received a recognition, a 5-star Nevada Silver State Quality Rating. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. So the Nevada Department of Education has this star rating system for early childhood learning centers. And so it's the most stars that they can achieve.
Wow.
And super proud that they take 12-month-olds to fourth grade currently, and it is private, but for those parents who can and have the opportunity to enroll their kids there, it's a fabulous opportunity, and it is on 9th Street, so
Right.
it makes it very convenient for those of us who work downtown.
Exactly, very close to the downtown, yeah.
And then those of us who want to enjoy that educational opportunity, I can't, I'm beaming. I'm so proud of the work they're doing there.
That's terrific. That's a great rating. And obviously, as an educator, you know, when you get that foundation with the kids when they're young and really establish them with their schooling, at that point, they're going to be successful all the way through.
0 to 5 is so critical.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, we haven't really focused on that in the past, but now with brain research and continued research about long-term impact on achievement, we know that an early indicator of success is access to early childhood education, and a stellar one at that.
Yeah, so good stuff. So congratulations.
Congratulations,
to,
Ninth
yeah,
Bridge.
Ninth Bridge. That's great. That's quite an honor to achieve. And the Councilwoman, shifting gears a little bit, we love when businesses open, reopen, thrive in our
Yes.
city. During the recession, it was tough, but now we're seeing some good times again. Thank goodness. You tweeted this out. You said, "Here's to 55 years in the city of Las Vegas, and let's make it 100." You're talking about the Dennys on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah, let's do it 100 years. That sounds good. So this Dennys did a grand reopening. It's been there obviously for years and years, but they've really revamped the place. And you and the mayor and others were there to celebrate.
They renovated
yeah.
the place. It's important for us to continue to know that there are places that we can enjoy as residents to go have breakfast when moms are tired or dads don't want to necessarily cook breakfast. I know I do that a lot on the weekends. And so it was just amazing to see the crew excited about the new installations. And then we had also some performers from Celestia stop by.
And those are not the servers there that you saw. Those are the clowns.
The clowns with white hair, with makeup.
So those are the servers. They're
exactly. And it was exciting, you know, a good time there with the mayor, making sure that business continues to thrive here in the city, because we know that small businesses are really important to our economic development, and they provide jobs.
Well, and this particular Dennys draws a huge crowd from its location there on Las Vegas Boulevard, and so it's a mainstay among tourists and locals too. So yeah, here's to another 55 years.
Exactly.
We
got to keep Vegas strong.
Exactly right. Councilwoman, I want to talk about this a little bit too. You have. I think you and your new colleagues on the City Council really have a passion for seeing all businesses thrive, not just the businesses like Dennys, but all businesses. And you had a business advisory meeting that took place here recently within your ward. Tell us about that. What was the purpose, and what was the outcome?
Yeah, sure, David. I think that a healthy community has everything to increase the quality of life for its residents, and small businesses are part of that equation to provide that quality of life. If we don't have great restaurants to enjoy, if we don't have entertainment, then our quality of life lacks and suffers. And so the point of having these business advisory meetings is to hear from the business community in Ward 3 about maybe challenges they're facing, information they're lacking, and how we as a city can be a strong partner in making sure they're informed, that I'm informed of their issues, and seeing how together we can come up with solutions that make their business thrive in Ward 3, because I want to see them be successful, and I want them to always be able to put their best foot forward and offer our residents the best from them. And so how can I, as a city councilwoman, help in that endeavor? In this meeting, we covered topics like public safety concerns. So we had Metro, we had marshals, we had how are we addressing homeless issues that sometimes impact their businesses. And also we talked about economic and urban development opportunities that we offer as a city in terms of incentives like the VIP program.
Visual improvement program.
Yes,
it's
a match of dollars, so up to $25,000 if you invest of your own money to give your business a facelift. The city will match that money, and then also how can we take pride in our own communities and adopt a block, and if we see that there's significant issues that are happening in terms of it being littered or just not being kept up, and we want to be part of that solution, we can, join forces and make sure that's done.
I'd love to hear if you're a business out there or involved with a business and you think you and your employees might like to get involved with Adopt a Block. Boy, we'd love to hear from you. It's a great program, and we've got plenty of things for you to do.
So we just want to make sure people know we're here to help, serve, and join forces. We know we get so much more together. We get so much more done when we work together.
Absolutely. It's a fact. And as the city, we obviously want to protect the community and make sure that our ordinances, our laws are being followed. By the same token, we don't want to be so heavy-handed that no one can operate or do business and have their businesses thrive. So we want to find that nice balance where we're protecting the community, keeping everyone safe. At the same token, letting businesses spread their wings and fly too. So
exactly, and like you mentioned, in the economic downturn, one of the areas that suffered greatly was our small business community, and we just want to make sure that we're doing our best to make sure they're healthy, so that in turn, we as a community, especially we have those jobs for our community members, so that they can continue to support their families.
It's a fact we're all in this together when it comes to the economy, for sure. Councilwoman, Life is Beautiful coming up. Hard to believe. Talk about time flying. It's coming up. It's right around the corner. It's September 20th, 21st, and 22nd in the downtown, right in the heart of your ward. It's here again.
Yes, it's a shared festival because it does tend to operate out of Ward 5 and Ward 3.
True.
So Councilman Creer and I have been in the meetings, on the briefings about Life is Beautiful, and we just want to make sure folks are aware that it's a big festival that I think it's in its 7th or 8th year, David?
Exactly. It's been around a little while now,
And
it gets bigger each year and very successful. People flock to this, come from all over to take part.
Yeah, and I know that the community that's there, we're trying to do our best to address their concerns in terms of access to road closures when those happen. How can they get around? How can they navigate? And just want to put out there that as a city, we have made that information available. So please go to the city website. We're going to also be posting it via my Facebook. If you know someone who needs this, I know that there's a lot of conversations about elderly residents or disabled residents that have a hard time getting in and out. Know that there are community shuttles that are being offered to get you and make this less painful on you and getting in and out of and adhering to your own schedule. Because we know because Life is Beautiful comes, your life doesn't stop. We understand that. So also reach out to our office if you have any questions. We are more than happy to answer them.
The good part is that because Life is Beautiful has been going on for a number of years now, a lot of the kinks that we had early on have really been worked out. So it gets a little bit better each year, a little smoother each year because just the experience of doing it. So
exactly, and just being vigilant. David, we've had some things happen nationally, and so I think that all of us want to be just a little extra aware.
Well, safety is going to be a very top priority. It always is, but this year even more so.
So as much as we also as a community can be mindful and watch things, and if we see something to say something, I think it's super important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's has the potential to be just a wonderful weekend. We want to make sure that's what it stays.
Exactly.
So. Councilwoman, you have a wonderful group of events coming up. I want to tell everybody you have a community resource fair coming up on September 14th. I want to let everybody know about this. This is going to take place on Saturday the 14th from 11 to 2. Winchester Dondero Cultural Center is actually in Clark County.
Commissioner Sagerbloom was helpful in making sure that we were able to all meet there. So it's different electeds. So it's Senator Ivana Cancela, Assemblywoman Heidi Swank, Assemblyman Howard Watts, myself, Commissioner Sagerbloom, and Congresswoman Dina Titus.
Oh, super.
So we all share an overlap in our constituency, and we decided why not create a community resource fair where people can come and find out what
this is federal, this is local, this is city, this is county.
It's so difficult to navigate as a former elected in the assembly.
And if it's hard for us, imagine for the public.
Exactly. So we just want to basically get them there so they get to know us and know exactly what we touch and how we can help.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And then it's time for Hispanic Heritage Month. It's here. So you have a kickoff that's going to take place the 19th of September, Hispanic Heritage Month. It's coffee, culture, and community. I love this. Thursday, September 19th from 3 to 5 at the Starbucks, just catty corner from City Hall down here on East Clark.
Yes, and I want to invite everyone from the community and especially here, the City of Las Vegas staff, to take a break and go across the street to that Starbucks and sample those Latin American blends. I think it's an amazing opportunity to network, to socialize, and to just appreciate the flavors and the smells.
And you're going to be there, so if people want to visit with you, if they'd like to talk to you informally, you're there too,
yes,
which is nice.
Yes.
So good stuff. And then, Councilwoman, we're very excited about this. The grand opening of the International Innovation Center at Vegas, basically our tech center, is going to have an official grand opening on Wednesday, September 25th at 10 o'clock. That's at 300 South 4th. Councilwoman, people don't realize this, but we are a tech hub here in Las Vegas, especially for companies that want to try out and test out their new products. And our downtown has been basically a living lab for this type of thing.
Yeah, and it's exciting to be competing with the likes of, I know the city of Reno is doing a lot in the technology space. I know that we know Silicon Valley has been a long-standing technology hub for innovation, and I'm kind of excited that now we get also to give them a run for their money because we are enticing that type of business to our city, and as evidenced by expansion of space, we ran out of space out of the Bank of America building, and now we need to create more space for them to innovate, and that's cutting edge there, and I'm super excited that we'll have that level of expertise coming into our city and just innovating on the technology front.
People think of us as a gaming hub and an entertainment hub, but we're also a tech hub, and it's really growing. So that's going to kick off September 25th. That's the official opening, but some of these businesses are already operating and have been operating in our downtown, which is really great. Councilwoman, also as part of Hispanic Heritage Month, we have a cleanup that's going to take place on September 28th. It's always a great community event. This is going to be Saturday the 28th from 8 to 10. Out at Justice Myron Leavitt JC Community Park there on St. Louis.
Yeah, and we just want to invite everybody who can to save the date and mark their calendars and come out and join us. I think it's a great way to show our community members that we care and that we have pride in our community and that we want to keep it lovely and trash-free, especially because it's a space where our kids go to play. So we want to teach them basically by being proactive, cleaning it up. But I think that if you teach kids the cleanup side of it, then they'll think twice about just throwing.
Exactly, it's their park. It's our park.
Exactly.
It's part of our community.
So I think you think twice when you go through the work of cleaning or keeping an area about what you're doing elsewhere.
You have ownership then,
And I have received the complaint from many people in the ward about how they feel a lot of people are not putting their trash where it belongs. They just open a car door and they dump it out. And
not good.
We just want to create that awareness, that cleaning up and keeping our community as clean and vibrant as we can just benefits us all.
Exactly.
So hope to see you there.
So that's coming up on the 28th of September. And then also on October 5th, this is important, the Great Career Job Match. This is really good. This is an opportunity if you're trying to find maybe a new career, trying to find that perfect job. This is going to take place Saturday, October 5th from 11 to 3 at the East Las Vegas Library there on East Bonanza. This is a great opportunity to match potential employers with potential employees.
Exactly. That's what we're promising for that day, and we hope that everyone can come out and partake. It's for kids of all ages. We want to start exposing our youth to start thinking about different career avenues they could pursue once they're out of high school. It doesn't necessarily have to be college track. It can be a trade too. It could be law enforcement. It could be a firefighter, which are all very, very amazing career paths if that's a good match for your own desires and skill sets. So we hope to have that side of it going for the family. And then for the folks who are looking into different job opportunities, because sometimes David, we kind of get stuck where we are, and we think that that's
I can't do
all
anything with this. Yeah,
exactly.
I got to stay on this path, right?
And sometimes it's at the point where you're also not making enough money to support yourself or your family. And so just think about going, entertaining, and seeing if the skill set you have in your resume that you've built might take you somewhere else and also get you, you know, compensated fairly.
Yeah, right.
Because we got to keep up with the cost of living.
Absolutely. So that's October 5th, everyone. And then last but not least, we have an Hispanic Heritage Family Fiesta. It's kind of wrap up Hispanic Heritage Month. This is October 12th from 11 to 2 at the East Las Vegas Community Center. That is a great facility. And as you said, Councilwoman, you guys know how to party there.
Yes.
Word 3. So.
Hispanics and Latinos, we know how to party, so you don't want to miss this one. You want to go to East Las Vegas and come hang out and have a great time.
Yeah, so that's Saturday, October 12th. From 11 to 2 out at East Las Vegas there at Eastern and Stewart. So, well, Councilwoman, good stuff all the way around. We need to take a short break now, but when we come back, we tell you how the city is focusing on our youth to improve education achievement throughout the city. That's coming up next, so please stay with us.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
Welcome back, everyone. The city is very involved with our school district to help assist and make sure the kids achieve the best possible results. With us today to discuss some of the city's initiatives is Leslie Estrada. She's a manager in our Youth Development and Social Innovation Department. Leslie, thanks so much for being with us. A lot of people don't realize that the city is so involved with the educational process here. And it's like we were saying, Councilman, we're not trying to do the school district's job, but we just want to help where we can, right?
Exactly, and we know in light of the recent conversations that have happened in the sphere of education that resources, something that as a state we still need to work towards making sure that we have enough to deploy ample programming to meet the needs of all of our learners. Right. And so I think that's where the city has stepped in to say, how can we help you? We know your resources are limited, but the needs are so great of our community. And as a city electeds and representatives, we want to make sure that we're offering the best for our folks.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, Leslie, right, we're all in this as a community. If our education isn't good, then it impacts everything here. It impacts our job market, everything.
Absolutely.
And so we want to make sure that we can help where we can.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you talk about our job market. We know that that has a big impact on our students today. What kinds of jobs are they preparing for tomorrow? And so our programs really address that, really from early pre-K all the way through teens that are getting ready to enter into the workforce.
Leslie, give people an idea that they're thinking, well, I didn't know the city had anything to do with education at all here in Southern Nevada. Walk everybody through like some of what our main programs are. Maybe start with the elementary school or the pre-K even,
yes.
And then work us through some of what we're offering to enhance those programs.
Absolutely. So the city recognizes that having our pre-K students have access to quality pre-K classrooms is really important. And so within the last year, we have launched the Strong Start Go bus, which is a mobile classroom on wheels that has 2 locations throughout the city. So we have a morning location, and then we have a new group that's in the afternoon. So there's 30 pre-K 3 and 4-year-olds who are getting access to quality pre-K. So by the time they enter into kindergarten, they are prepared and ready to start learning right away.
They're already starting to read.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And not to mention the other pre-K programs that we're running, which serves about how many children, Leslie?
So those serve a couple of hundred other students in our brick and mortar locations that we support. So Lorenzi Park has a location. There's a location at Alta as well. And so the impact that this is having on our students entering into kindergarten is very large and expansive.
And there's a couple at Stupak Center too.
Stupak, exactly, yes.
Councilwoman, former educator herself, understands the importance. We were talking about this earlier in the program, the importance of that birth to 5 years old. Absolutely. And getting kids acclimated toward learning and education and giving the fundamentals to prepare for the next step, because it's just a stepping stone at that point.
Absolutely. And also having the opportunity to engage with our families, because families have a huge impact on students' outcomes throughout school. And so if we can start engaging our families at the early levels, by the time our students enter into elementary and middle school, the families are engaged because they are their child's best teacher as well.
An advocate.
And advocate.
Absolutely, for sure. So that's for the younger kids. And
Yes.
what are we offering for the little bit older kids?
Yes. So in our elementary and middle school programs, we have Safe Key or Ignite. Ignite is the middle school version of Safe Key. That's offered at 75 different schools throughout the city.
Really?
Yes. We serve about 8,500 kids every day in our programs throughout the city. Those programs are really youth enrichment programs. So we have components in there that students are exposed to STEM activities, they're exposed to literacy activities, and they're also exposed to healthy habits. There's a curriculum we utilize called Catch Kids, where kids are actively developing their skills as well every single day.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least, we have programs for the older kids even beyond that, correct?
Yes. So we have a teen program in our high schools that's called Batteries Included.
Very successful. That's been around for a little while
It
now.
has,
Yeah.
it definitely has. It's a teen-led leadership program that allows our teens opportunities to explore a variety of topics, including career pathways, college pathways, self-care, making sure that they're in safe environments, safe relationships, everything that the students need in order to be successful as they enter into adulthood.
Leslie, tell everybody out there too, if they want to get involved, it's like if they're sitting at home watching this saying, geez Louise, I didn't know that any of this was offered, but I'm really interested in getting my kid connected with it, what should they do?
They should really look at our website, which is the lasvegasnevada.gov/education website. There it lists all of the variety of programs that we offer. This is just a small group of the programs we offer. There's a lot of other opportunities as well for youth throughout the city that we offer, but they would be able to find how to contact us, as well as information about the specific programs as well, to see if there's a good match for what they're looking to contribute with.
And if they're struggling on the website or they're not locating what they want, they can always contact their representative on the city council, and we are more than welcome to answer their questions
Absolutely.
as well.
We still use the phone around here. But
Exactly.
We really do, so
Yes.
you can always call and we'll have that information. before
Whether
the
you
end
like
of
to
the show.
Facebook or call us or email us, whatever your pleasure
We'll
is,
get you hooked up.
we'll get you hooked up.
We surely will. But as you mentioned, we want to let everybody out there know, if you would like to get in touch with Councilwoman Diaz, you can always find her on Facebook and Twitter. She's on Instagram as well. If you leave a comment, we could use one of your posts on our next show, because we'd love to hear from you, of course. And you can always contact the Councilwoman, as she was saying, just by picking up the phone, 702-229-4623, or send her an email. Her address is odiaz@lasvegasnevada.gov. There's all of her contact information. Again, if you can't find something on our website, you can always reach out to the Councilwoman's office and she will get you connected. So, Leslie, great job on the program today. Best of luck with everything you're doing.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the great work.
Yeah, exactly. And Councilwoman, we'll have you back in 6 weeks with another update from Ward 3.
Yes, thank
We'll
you,
go fast.
David, and happy Labor Day to everybody.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
they had an amazing time with their families. We have hardworking people in our city, in our ward, and I just wanted to take a moment to recognize the work you do to make us great.
Thank you so much. Well said. Well said. And we want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Access City Council. Don't miss our next show beginning on September 12th with Ward 4 City Councilman Stavros Anthony. You can catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire now. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. We'll see you next time right here on KCLV, where we bring city government closer to you. Thanks for watching, everyone.